Good morning, all. Today, we discuss the moment of inertia of some simple objects. In the previous session, we have discussed about moment of inertia and we obtained the expression for moment of inertia. First expression is in terms of summation, I is equal to summation j mj rho j square, and in terms of integration, we have written I is equal to integral x square plus y square into w into dv. Here w is the density, and here the x square plus y square is corresponding for rho square. Here we consider the moment of inertia about z axis, so it is x square plus y square. Okay, if the moment of inertia about x axis, then it must be equal to integral y square plus z square w dv. Actual dv is equal to the product of dx, dy, dz. Okay, but this rho square, rho is the perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. Here the axis of rotation about x, then the perpendicular distance y square plus z square. If it is iy, the moment of inertia about y axis, then it must be equal to x square plus z square. It must be the perpendicular distance, then w into dv. Okay, so these are the equations to evaluate moment of inertia. So first we take the case of a uniform thin ring. As we use here a uniform thin ring, let it be the mass of it is m and its radius is capital R. Okay, and here we consider, as it is very thin, we can consider it as a something wire that is it is shaped as a ring. Okay, or it is or we consider its volume is very small. Okay, then as there is no volume, it is considered to be as a line. Okay, so here we consider, first we consider the mass per unit area. Okay, as the lambda. Okay, here we know that the moment of inertia around the axis given in the figure Okay, it must be equal to what? It must be equal to integral. We know that the general expression is integral rho square dm. Okay, and here we take lambda is the mass per unit length. Okay, then the total mass of ring is equal to m, and what will be the length of the ring? To obtain the length of the ring, we must write, okay, if its radius is r, then the circumference that must be equal to the total length, it is equal to 2 pi r. Okay, so lambda is equal to m divided by 2 pi r, and then what will be the differential mass element dm? Okay, if we take that particular a small length as here in the figure, this length is taken as ds, then that particular length into lambda must be the total mass in that area, or the differential mass can be written as dm is equal to lambda ds, because I will be explaining here. Here lambda is the mass per unit length. Okay, then for a length of, let it be 10, what will be the mass? Then 10 into lambda. Okay, here the length is ds, so mass of length ds must be equal to what? Lambda into ds. So this is taken as dm. So dm is equal to lambda ds. Okay, and here look at the expression. The moment of inertia I is equal to what? I is equal to integral rho square dm. What is rho here? Rho is equal to what? Perpendicular distance from axis of rotation. And here, look at here, the perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation here, it is equal to r, capital R, or it is a radius. Then we have to integrate. Here our aim is to obtain the moment of inertia of the ring. So we have to integrate over the total circumference. So here I write integral from 0 to 2 pi r. It is the total length. Okay. Then in terms of rho square, we write r square, and in the place of dm, we write lambda ds. Here ds is the line integral, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so we write it is equal to what? Integral 0 to 2 pi r r square. What is lambda? Lambda is the mass per unit length, or that is equal to m divided by 2 pi r into ds. Okay. So here one of the r, here one of the r cancels. Okay, so I write I is equal to, we write I is equal to integral 0 to 2 pi r. We cancels one of the r, then r m divided by 2 pi ds, is it? So these quantities, r is a constant, m is a constant, 2 pi is a constant, then I take mr divided by 2 pi outside, then integrating this 2 pi r ds. Integral ds will give only s, then mr divided by 2 pi, we get after integration s in the limit 0 to 2 pi r. Okay, then that is equal to upper limit is 2 pi r, then m r in divided by 2 pi into, for s we give 2 pi r, the upper limit, and the lower limit is 0, then there is no need to substitute, then 2 pi r. In place of s we substitute 2 pi r, the upper limit, then cancels the 2 pi. Okay, then we get mr square. So we get I is equal to mr square. So the moment of inertia of this ring about an axis passing through its center and perpendicular to the ring, that is equal to, that is obtained as mr square. Next we, so a ring having mass m and radius r, the moment of inertia about an axis passing through its center and perpendicular to its plane, that is equal to I is equal to mr square. Okay. So the next one is moment of inertia of a uniform thin disk. Okay, here we consider a uniform thin disk of mass m and radius r. Then to find the moment of inertia of this disk, we will consider the disk is composed Here we consider the disk is composed of a collection of thin rings with radius rho and width d rho. Okay, as in the figure. Okay, so we divide. What we have to do? We divide the disk into a series of thin rings. A series of thin rings having with radius rho and thickness, not thickness, width. I use width d rho. Okay, then first we consider a small ring here, then next ring, and actually then we start from 0 to capital R. Okay, then it must be a disk. Okay, so then the total moment of inertia of the disk must be equal to integral di, where di is the moment of inertia of this ring. Okay, as di. So first we have to obtain the moment of inertia of ring. Okay, then the moment of inertia of ring must be equal to what? Okay, it must be equal to rho square if what is expression for I of ring, that is equal to what? I of ring is equal to mass of the ring into radius square of the ring. Okay, so first we have to find the moment of inertia of this ring. For that, what we have to get? First we have to get the mass of this ring, and radius is rho here. Okay, so here the area of this ring, area of this shaded portion, we have to find di. Di must be equal to the mass of ring of radius rho into rho square. Okay, then we have to find the mass. Okay, for that we take what will be the area of the area of the shaded thin ring. It is denoted as dA, or that is equal to what? Area must be equal to, look at here, this width is d rho, and the total circumference must be equal to what? 2 pi rho. Then area must be equal to 2 pi rho into d rho. Okay. So the area is obtained as dA is equal to 2 pi rho d rho. And here, if we know that m is mass of disk and A is the area of disk, then mass per unit area, mass per unit area of disk, mass per unit area of the disk, that is equal to what? It is equal to total mass divided by E. Okay, so the ring is here, the ring is a part of this disk, then the mass of ring, mass of the particular ring, that is equal to mass per unit area into area of the ring. Okay, then it is equal to m by a into, what is dA? dA is 2 pi rho d rho. Okay, let it be the mass of the small ring as dm. Okay, so dm is equal to what? dm is equal to m divided by, we can write it as, it is equal to what? It is equal to 2 pi cancels. Here I write write 2 pi m rho d rho divided by, what is A? A is the area of the disk, that is equal to pi r square. Okay, so I write pi cancels, so I write 2m rho d rho divided by r square. Okay, so this is what? This is dm, or this is the mass of the ring, and we have written di is equal to the mass of the ring. Mass of the ring is equal to this one. Mass of the ring, or it is dm into rho square. It is the perpendicular. It is the distance. So it is equal to 2m rho d rho divided by r square into rho square, or that is equal to what? It is equal to rho into rho square, then 2m rho cube d rho divided by r square. Okay. So we write, we get di is equal to di is equal to, we obtain it as, it is equal to 2m rho cube d rho divided by r square. Then the total moment of inertia we written as I is equal to what? I is equal to integral di, or that is equal to integral. To obtain the total moment of inertia, we have to integrate it from 0 to capital R, that into 2m rho cube d rho divided by r square. Okay. Then it is equal to, okay, then it is equal to, we can take what quantities? 2m divided by r square is taken outside, that into 0 to r cube d rho. Okay, so that is equal to 2m r square. What is integral of r cube? The variable is rho here. Sorry, integral of rho cube d rho. Here it is rho cube d rho. Then the integration result is rho raised to 4 divided by 4 in the limit 0 to r. So that is equal to 2m divided by r square into r raised to 4 divided by 4. Then the result must be equal to 1 by 2 m r square. So the moment of inertia of disk is equal to 1 by 2 m r square. Okay. This result can be obtained by a different method also, that is double integration. That is, for that, if we consider a small portion, okay, a small portion from here, that let it be this shaded one, and this makes an angle d theta here. This length is rho, and then this is rho d theta. Okay, then that shaded area, that must be equal to dou, and here look at here, rho ds equal to rho d theta. Then the shaded area must be equal to what? This is nearly a rectangle, then it is equal to rho d theta into rho. So this is the line element. So to obtain the total area, here the two variables, that first is the radius rho, okay, then the variable theta. So here we are not considering a ring here, only this shaded area. So to complete this, we have to integrate over the distance rho, that is from 0 to r, and at the same time we have to integrate over theta, that is from 0 to 2 pi. Okay. So when we take in that approach, it is the direct one, that is integral rho square dm. This is the actually it is a general method in the mathematics. For that, we here choose the area element. So here I write it as rho square into, I write it is equal to rho dm. In the case of dm, I write it is equal to sigma ds. Then here sigma is the mass per unit area. Sigma is the mass per unit area, and ds the differential, it is the differential area element, differential area element, that is the shaded one. Okay, and what will be the sigma? Sigma is the mass per unit area, then mass is m, area is pi r square. So sigma is m divided by pi r square. Okay, so we have obtained in polar coordinate ds is equal to rho d theta. So here we write the integration I is equal to rho square sigma ds. In the place of sigma we write m divided by pi r square, and in the place of ds we write ds is equal to what? Ds is equal to here rho d rho d theta. So look at here, d rho d theta. Here there is a two integrals, then we separate the integrals, then we giving the limit. Okay, and before that I taking m by r square outside, m by pi r square outside, then m by pi r square. Then first I give the limit in row, that is 0 to R. Here there is a row here and there is a row square, then row cube. Okay, then row cube d row, then there is 0 to 2 pi only a d theta. So first so for the integration, I will integrate integral d theta first, and so I write here integral d theta m divided by pi r square into integral 0 to r rho cube d rho and integrated d theta. Integration of d theta is equal to theta. Then we have give here, we will get, I write here theta in the limit 0 to 2 pi. Only the upper limit to be given, then it is equal to 2 pi. 2 pi can be taken outside. Then after we integrating this quantity, okay, then 2 pi m divided by pi r square, then what will be integral rho cube d rho? It is as rho raised to 4 divided by 4 in the limit 0 to r. Okay, then that is equal to look at here, pi cancels, 2 and 4 cancels, giving a 2 denominator. Then we giving upper limit r here, then it is also, it must be equal to 1 by 2 mr square. So this is the result, 1 by 2 mr square. Next we take the next, that is a thin stick, uniform thin disk of mass m and length l around a perpendicular axis through its midpoint. Okay, just as shown in the figure. Okay, here the total mass is l, sorry, total mass is m and the length is l. Then mass per unit length, that is equal to what? It is equal to m by l. Okay, here we consider a small, okay, let it be. It has a length dx. Okay, this is the length of this element. Okay, this is at a distance x. This is here. Just I redraw. Okay, at this point we consider this one. Okay, and it is dx. Okay, then the mass of that element, mass of the element dx, or that it be taken as, I write it as dm, or it is equal to what, m by l into dx. The length is dx, m by l is the mass per unit length. Then it is dm into that quantity. Okay, so we write di, the moment of inertia of the moment of inertia of the stick is equal to what? It is equal to integral, actually it is equal to rho square dm. Okay, but here what is rho? The perpendicular distance, that is x. Okay, then it is x square. What is dm here? It is m by l into dx. Okay, then it is in the limit. It is, what is the limit? Okay, to obtain the total length, we have to consider from here to this point. So this, from this point, midpoint, the length to the backside is taken as minus L by 2, minus L divided by 2 to plus L by 2 into x square m by L dx. So here we cancelling these. Sorry, here we taking m by L outside, then I is equal to m by L integral minus L by 2 plus L by 2. Okay, x square dx. Okay, integral x square dx m by L. Integral x square dx is equal to x cube divided by 3 in the limit. Limit is minus L by 2 plus L by 2. Okay, here the two limit have to be substituted, then m by L in bracket. First we giving this one. I take the 3 also outside. Okay, then only x cube in the bracket, then L by 2 whole cube minus L by 3, sorry, minus L by 2 . minus L by 2 whole cube. Okay, then that is equal to m divided by 3L into L cube divided by 8. Here minus L cube by 8, this minus add it, then plus L cube divided by 8. So that's equal to m divided by 3L into L cube divided by 4. Then 1 power of L cancels, then it is equal to m L square divided by 2. This is the moment of inertia of the stick around an axis passing through its midpoint perpendicular to its length. Okay. Next, we consider the same stick, but we have to find the moment of inertia about an axis passing through one of its end. In here also, we taking a small area or a section here. This element, it has a length. As it is a thin stick, only consider its length, then dx. Then here also the same mass per unit length, that is equal to m divided by L, then the mass of element dx, let it be taken as dm, that is equal to m divided by L into dx. Okay, and here we know that I is equal to integral rho square dm, then it must be equal to integral, here the perpendicular distance is x, then x square, in place of dm we write, okay, and we take m by L outside, x square dx, and the difference, here it is dx, and the difference yet to come, that is the limit is from the x is varying from 0 to L here. Okay, so we write here we write it is 0 to L, then the integration result will get m by L x cube by 3 in the limit 0 to L, and we have to apply only the upper limit, then m by L into L cube divided by 3, then it is equal to ml square divided by 3. So the moment of inertia about one of its end, that is equal to ml square divided by 3. Okay. Then we are going to obtain the next one, that is the moment of inertia of a uniform sphere. Okay. So here considering a sphere, uniform sphere of mass m and radius r, and the axis is chosen, that is passing through its center, and it is located in the z direction. Okay. Here we chosen the axis as in direction of z, or this is dz. Okay, this is z and this is and here a uniform sphere, radius r, capital R, and a mass capital M. Okay, and we are finding the moment of inertia about an axis passing through its center, and it is in the direction z. Okay, and here in the figure, this is just a disk, let it be, that is uh, sliced from the disk. Okay, sorry, sliced from the sphere. Okay, here look at here, that is here. If we slice a sphere into 10 disk, okay, then it will be like this. If we slice it in to 20, it will be just this. And if we slice into 50 disk, it will be like this. And if we slice the sphere into 100 disk, it will be like this. So in the previous slide, we have shown a particular disk that is at a distance z from the origin, and the disk has a thickness dz. Okay, So here we consider one of the disk at a height z unit above the center of the sphere. Okay, here we considering that particular disk. It is at a height dz and it has a thickness of small dz. Okay, here it is z and here the thickness is dz. Okay, and one important parameter to be noted is here the radius of this particular disk is taken as r. Okay, just look at this figure. The top part must have lower radius, then the radius increases and up to this point. Okay, then the radius decreases. Okay, if we consider this particular, it is z. Okay, then it is z axis. Okay, then the distance from the center to the top of this must be, if we take it as in terms of z, it must be equal to, this point must be equal to r. Okay, the length must be equal to r and the lower portion, and in the lower portion it must be equal to minus r. So our aim is to, first we have to find the moment of inertia of this particular disk. Okay, the moment of inertia of the particular disk. Okay, then we have to integrate over the z-axis to obtain the moment of inertia of the sphere. Okay, so here it is z and this is dz. Okay, so here we considering the sphere as a stack of solid disk having radius r, and let the mass be. So here we consider the sphere to be composed of a stack of disk having radius radius r, and we take mass as dm. Okay, then the moment of inertia. What is the moment of inertia of a disk? We know that if I disk is given as 1/2 m r square, where m is the moment of inertia, sorry, for m, where m is the mass and r is the radius. So here I write the moment of inertia of particular disk as di. For that disk, the radius is small r and mass is dm. into R square. But here, what is dm? Okay, first we have to find the mass of disk. Okay, for that, first we write the mass per unit volume of sphere. Unit volume of sphere. Unit volume of sphere, that is equal to total m divided by volume. Total mass by volume. Okay, that is equal to m divided by 4 by here I just writing m by v. Okay, volume we know that it is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, then the mass of disk. The mass of disk having dV volume. Volume, if it is dV, it must be equal to m by v into dV. Then what is dV here? Okay, for obtaining dV, we have written here dz is the thickness. Okay, just consider it as a cylinder. Okay, what is volume of a cylinder? Pi r square into h. In the place of h, it is dz. Height is dz. Okay, then I write here it is m divided by v into pi r square dz. Okay, then di is equal to, then I write for di that is equal to 1 by 2 into r square into, in place of dm we write m by v pi r square dz, or that is equal to 1 by 2 m by v r square and r square pi r raised to 4 dz. Okay, so this is the moment of inertia of the ring. Okay, then we have to find here the total moment of inertia, or that is equal to, what will be I? The total moment of inertia of the sphere must be equal to integral di. Okay, so the integral to be done over z axis. Okay, then what will be the limit? We have mentioned that the limit must be minus r to r, the lower portion to the upper portion. Okay, minus r to r, 1 by 2 m by v pi r raised to 4 dz. Okay, so here I taking the quantity m by v I taking the quantity 1 by 2 m by v outside integral minus r2 minus r2r m by v into, and also taking pi outside, then r raised to 4 dz. But here there is a confusion that this is r and the variable is dz. Then look at here. What is the connection? R, small r and z. R is the radius of the sphere. Okay, small r is the radius of the disk and z is the height to the distance to the disk. Then the capital R square must be equal to what? R square must be equal to small r square plus z square. Okay, because this here this is z. Okay, it constitute what? A right angle triangle. Then r, capital R must be the hypotenuse. Okay, then z square plus r square, small r square. Then r square is equal to capital R square minus z square. Okay, then the variable we have written, it is equal to m pi divided by 2v integral minus r to r in the place of r raised to 4. R square is equal to this quantity. Then r raised to 4 is equal to r square minus z square whole square dz. Okay. So first I finding the quantity r square minus z square whole square. Okay. It is equal to r raised to 4 minus 2r square z square plus z raised to 4. Okay. Then it is equal to m divided by 2v integral minus r to r, in bracket I write the expanded term r raised to 4 minus 2r square z square plus z raised to 4 dz. Okay, here m pi, here m pi by 2v then we integrating all the terms. The first term gives r raised to 4 is a constant, then z next into z minus 2 r square z cube divided by 3 next plus z raised to 5 by 5, all the terms in the limit minus r to r. Okay, So the process of giving limit is will be done here. First we giving the upper limit. Okay, then the first term will be r raised to 5 minus 2 by 3 r raised to 5 plus r raised to 5 by 5. Okay, minus in bracket we will giving. So giving the lower limit. Okay, first we giving minus r, then minus r raised to 5. Next here it is z cube, then it is minus, then minus minus giving plus, it is equal to 2 by 3 r raised to 5 then minus r raised to 5 by 5. So when we taking r raised to 5 outside, here it 1 r raised to 5, here 1 r raised to 5, then 2 minus, here minus 2 by 3, here minus 2 by 3, minus 4 by 3, then here 1 by 5, and here also 1 by 5, then 2 by 5. Okay, then if we evaluating this fraction, or it is equal to r raised to 5, taking LCM 15 as 15, then 15 and the numerator, -30 minus 20, dividing 30 by 15 by this quantity 3, then this 5 into 4 is equal to 20, then plus 2 into 3, that is equal to 6. Okay, then it will give 30 minus 20, 10 plus 6, 60. Okay, then 16 by 15, and we will get it is equal to m pi divided by 2v into r raised to 5 into 16 by 15. Okay, here before reducing we substitute the value of b here, m pi divided by 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube into 16 by 15 r raised to 5, then it is equal to what? Here 8, 16, then in our numerator there is 2, here there is a 15, there is a 3, then it is 2 by 5, then m r raised to 5 here, r cube in denominator. Okay, then the result is 2 by 5 m r square. So this is the result. The moment of inertia of a sphere about 10 axis passing through its center.